And Elke, and welcome to our second day of a free workshop that we're doing. And in this one, we're going to be talking about how that it's possible for you to work on Zazzle and make it a thriving online business that can get you up to 6-7 figures a year. Why not, right? Jen and I have been earning a lot of money on the platform, and we want you to understand that when you're trolling the internet and going like, is Zazzle an option for me? There's a lot of people that post and go like, no, I'm not making a lot. But we want to stop that and make you understand there's a ton of people, including ourselves and our clients, that are making some really nice money on the Zazzle platform, which is a print-on-demand business model. And if you've decided that that's what you want to do, then check Zazzle out, and we're here to help you overcome any obstacles in terms of mindset and convince you, because we're going to showcase a few of our clients. We're going to help you get some exercises done so that you can take away any mindset blocks you might have about earning an online, like doing money, like online business and earning money. It's going to be exciting. So we're glad that you're going to stay with us, and let's get started. And of course, I'm Elke.
And I'm Jen. And welcome.
And yeah, Jen's going to lead the presentation. I'm going to be in the comments, and then we'll just, when we workshop things, we'll both be talking. So I'll hand it over to her.
If you are on live with us, in the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube, which is our main streaming session right now where we're going live, we are also on Facebook. We see the comments, so we see that people are aligned with us. So say hi and where you're from. Yesterday when we went live, we had some really wonderful people from all around the world. So it's really great to hear where you live. And then also, if you're a beginner or an intermediate or an advanced Zazzle designer, yesterday when we went live, we had some beginners. And so our presentation is kind of tailored to where you're at in your Zazzle journey. And so today we're going to be doing proof it is possible to make money online. If you're joining us because you were part of our program or our session yesterday, you kind of understand that you might need some pen and a paper, or a pen and some paper to do the exercises today. We're going to be doing 2 exercises here online with us today. And so get ready for that. And then also, if you are brand new, welcome. We're really excited to get to know you and have this next hour with you to do some exercises on how it is possible to make money online with Zazzle. Okay, so we've got Anna from Spain. Welcome. I used to live in Spain actually for 10 years in Mallorca. And so Spain has a special place in my heart. So bienvenido. Okay, all right. And we've got Dana from Romania. Dana was with us yesterday. Awesome. Welcome everyone. So we can see your chats here, and yeah, keep them coming. And we want to make this as interactive as possible. The more you put into the chat, the more you get out of this experience in this session, and the more you learn, right? And the more that Elke and I can speak to you and teach you and coach you in this hour-long session. All right. So let's dive into the presentation. Just going to take off my banner here so I get the full amount of everything. And let's get started. Okay. All right. Okay, so today is November 21st. Yesterday, just give me 1 second while I do the presentation. Yesterday, November 20th, we went live on YouTube. So if you have not watched that niche workshop yet, after you watch this video, go back to our YouTube channel and you can watch along with the niche workshop. If you have not been able to figure out your niche yet, that really helps you get you in the right direction of where to start on Zazzle and start building the foundation of your Zazzle business. Today, we're doing our Proof It Is Possible workshop. Today, it's November 21st. So if you're watching this in the future, then you're watching the replay, obviously, but welcome everyone. So let's dive into Proof It Is Possible for you to be successful on Zazzle. Like I mentioned, we're going to be doing some exercises. So make sure that you have your pen and paper ready. Excuse me. If you don't know who we are, we're a mother-daughter duo team who transformed our lives by creating our online businesses with Zazzle. Both Elke and I found Zazzle. Zazzle was founded in 2005, I'm pretty sure. Elke and I stumbled across Zazzle in 2007, and in 2008, we really started to dedicate our time to trying to make it work for us. However, in our first year, we struggled a lot and only made about $90 in our first year because we had no proven plan and didn't really know what we were doing. We were just trying to make things work and figure it out on our own. And back then, there weren't any Zazzle coaches. YouTube was kind of a thing, but it wasn't where people were posting information. It was much more for just viral videos and places for people to watch funny cat videos and things. So there was no real help out there on the online space for people to find a coach on about Zazzle. And so Elke figured out on her own how to create a business plan, which now we call the 5 strategies. And we actually teach the 5 strategies to our Profit by Design Academy coaching clients and our clients in the upper levels, like in our mastermind and our private one-on-one coaching. But those 5 strategies helped Elke and I sell over $15 million worth of Zazzle product online. And obviously that didn't happen overnight. We had to work hard at it. And we went through trial and error, struggles, figuring out what worked and what didn't. And so that's where the 5 strategies have now become perfected. And we're able to teach those 5 strategies to our clients who are in our programs. And we have helped them sell over $165 million worth of Zazzle product online. Okay. So just think about that. If Elke didn't come up with the 5 strategies, if we gave up on Zazzle in 2008 and said this isn't worth it, we wouldn't be here today speaking to you online about how you can make money online with Zazzle. All right. So you're in the right place. So just a little bit of a background story about our clients, because we like to keep track of them and we like to cheer them on and celebrate their successes because of our coaching. Obviously, we have been coaches now almost for 8 years, I think. 8 years. And so we have gathered our client data, but in the last year, we're really excited to announce just the influx of sales that are happening within our client community. And so in December 2023, we were at $80 million worth of sales collectively by our clients. And flash forward now to November 2024. So we're in November right now. We have helped our clients sell over $165 million worth of Zazzle product online. All right. So that's more than double in the last 9 months. And we're just really excited to announce that obviously every single day our clients sell more and that number grows and grows. But just know $165 million is a huge amount of Zazzle sales that have been contributed to the online space because our clients have learned how to implement the 5 strategies properly into their Zazzle businesses. Okay. So how did they get there? Obviously, the 5 strategies, like I mentioned, and they wouldn't have gotten there if they had not implemented what Elke created way back when, many years ago, and the 5 strategies that we implemented in our Zazzle store. Because if they had not taken the leap of faith into coming into our community, understanding that Zazzle is truly a business and they want to treat it as a business, they would not have been in the sales spectrum that they are right now and would never have been able to reach $165 million in sales collectively. Okay. So just so we know, we love celebrating our clients and our students, and we love celebrating you too. So you're here online with us, whether or not you're already part of our community. A course member, yesterday we had a bunch of people who were part of our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, and a lot of you were new as well. So today it's going to be exciting to hear the background story between everybody who's online here. And know that our mission, if you are brand new to watching us, or if maybe you've seen us a couple times here and there, our mission is to empower professional women who want to be stay-at-home moms while earning 6 figures profit while working 20 hours a month. So whether or not you're a mother or whether or not you're female, you are welcome here, obviously. But our mission statement is to empower people all around the world who want to stay at home and have their own income coming in on a monthly basis. Okay. And we have found this niche with stay-at-home moms because people are realizing that if you are a young stay-at-home mom, you want to enjoy the time growing up with your kids. That's what Elke did. And that's what inspired this mission statement, because when Elke first started out on Zazzle, she actually quit her corporate job, 9-to-5 corporate job, high-paying corporate job, to stay at home with myself and my 2 younger brothers and look after us and raise us, right? And so if you're in that life, if you're in that area of your life where you want to stay at home and just enjoy the small little things, or build a business so that you can do the things that you love, you're in the right spot, okay? You're right here in the right spot with us. So today we're covering it is possible to make money online with Zazzle. Like Elke mentioned at the beginning of this video, there are a lot of people online who maybe are saying in YouTube videos or in the online Zazzle forum, well, Zazzle is an okay platform, but it's not really possible to make too much money because I'm struggling and I only make $100 a month. All right. I'm sure you've come across those statements here or there, and that's just somebody's opinion and their own perspective. Okay. And they're just putting that negative energy out into the universe because they aren't seeing success. And so they want to let you know that, well, that's their situation. All right. And Elke and I have proof from not only our own stores, but our own clients that some of them are earning, not just in sales, but earning upwards of $20,000 a month because of our coaching. And so it is definitely possible to make money online with Zazzle. Obviously, I can never make any income claims. And also not every single one of our clients is making $20,000 a month. However, those people do exist. And just so you know, the world is your oyster when it comes to Zazzle because it is an online print-on-demand platform, which means that you can communicate and connect with so many people around the world and sell your products online to them. Okay, and diving into some of our results, like I mentioned, $165 million worth of Zazzle sales. That means that based on 10% royalty, if you're new, you might not understand that completely, but our clients earn royalties when they're selling their products online. So they earn about 10% of what the actual sale is. So that means that our clients have collectively earned over $16.5 million worth of Zazzle products. They have earned over $16.5 million. Okay. And so this is breaking it down and just showing you in terms of the different levels. If you don't know what the different ProDesigner levels are, it explains it here. So $100, $1,000, $25,000, $100,000, $250 and $500. Okay. And so we have these people collectively within our community, and you can see the numbers here. So that in November 2024, this is our breakdown of who we are coaching and who we're teaching right now. And we have one person who has earned over $720,000 in lifetime earnings on Zazzle. We have 8 people who have earned over $500,000, 17 people who have earned over $250,000, and you can see the breakdown here, okay? And so many of their clients start out with us brand new, or they've been struggling on Zazzle and they haven't earned very much money. And this is how we can help them level up the ladder, all right? And clearly the people who are earning a lot of money now have been working with us for a while, but just so you know, they all started out just from the beginning, struggling or with $0 in their Zazzle account, just like you, okay? All right. So our clients in the last 12 months, breaking it down even further, just in the last 12 months have earned $9.3 million on Zazzle. All right. So we are up leveling our client base, our coaching, our mentoring, and it's just on a roll. It's increasing in incremental value. And you can see that in the last 12 months, we have helped people earn $9.3 million on Zazzle collectively. Okay. So in November 2023, so last year, it was $7.2 million earned in total. And now in November 2024, a year later, we are at $16.5 million earned. So that's where the $9.3 million in the last 12 months come from. Okay. Amazing. So all successful businesses, like successful business leaders, like you're here on this live stream to see how you can become a successful business owner, overcome their mindset blocks. So that's why we are covering proof it is possible to make money online with Zazzle today, because it is all to do with mindset. Not everything, but today's topic is all to do with mindset, okay? Because there's 2 different aspects of business. There's the business side of things where it comes to the numbers and the productivity and the conversion rates and all of those wonderful things. And then the second part of business is your mindset and who you are as a business owner, what your own mindset habits are, and also the way you think. Right? The way you think really, really affects the way that you are productive and the way that you work and the way that you act as a business owner. So today we're going to assess your mindset blocks and help you begin to overcome them. All right. And that's why I told you that you need a pen and paper, because we're going to be doing 2 different exercises today that both Elke and I actually teach our Profit by Design Academy coaching clients. We do it on a regular basis. And also Elke and I have done this quite often too, because we both personally have taken our own coaching courses to learn how to be better coaches. And we have done these exercises within our own masterminds as well. And it's really eye-opening. I can tell you personally that when I first did these exercises, I was very fearful of a lot of things. I had a lot of obstacles, a lot of mindset blocks. And both of these exercises really helped alleviate a lot of pressure that I was actually putting on myself. And it's not real pressure, it's perceived pressure. And if you don't know what that means, it's pressure that you're putting on yourself to make things actually a little bit harder than they actually are, because you're overwhelmed, or you're alone, or you don't have a proven plan, or you don't have guidance or a mentor. So that's why we're coming to this session today, where we're going to be doing our deepest fear inventory, which, if you have not done this yet, it's a little bit of an interesting exercise. Like I mentioned, you have to be very, very open and honest with yourself. And then we're going to do the triangle exercise. Okay. And both of these you might have come across in some other way or fashion in a different form. But today we're relating them exactly to Zazzle. All right. Because they can be used for any other life situation. But today it's all going to be about your Zazzle and your Zazzle business. All right. And then at the end of the session, we're going to be diving into some Q&A if you have any questions. I'm also going to tell you that the more you put into this chat, the more you write in, or the more that you offer into, letting yourself be, let's say, vulnerable and sharing your stories or sharing your results, the more that Elke and I can provide advice to you and help guide you throughout this journey that we're on together. Okay. And then afterwards, we're going to be talking about how you can work with us, because both Elke and I, like I mentioned, we are Zazzle coaches. We are Zazzle expansion experts. There is no one else out there on the internet like us in terms of how much we give in terms of our coaching program and the accessibility that both Elke and I give to ourselves in terms of how coaching you, and also the interactive community that we have within our course. All right. There are other Zazzle mini courses out there, but the Profit by Design Academy coaching program and everything else that we offer is the most robust program out there, basically like an MBA for Zazzle. All right. So we're going to be talking a little bit about how you can work with us going forward, because this is not the end all and be all. Today's session, when we do these two exercises, is just the beginning. Okay. Just the beginning of opening up your mindset blocks and figuring out how you can be a better Zazzle business owner. All right. So we're going to do the deepest fear inventory first. And this is to assess what's holding you back from success. Like I mentioned, I personally did this exercise, and so did Elke. And it's really, really eye-opening to see what type of fears you have that are actually keeping you and holding you back from your potential goal that you want to achieve. Okay. And so, like I mentioned, be honest with yourself, be open to just letting things flow. There is no judgment here. And there is no, I want to say judgment, and this is a safe space. Okay. This is a safe space for you to just understand that the fear inventory is to assess what is holding you back from your success. All right. And when I say fear, first of all, before we dive into this exercise, I don't mean that you're scared of something that's going to physically harm you. Okay. Fear means that, for example, if I want to earn a certain amount of money, is this going to make me pay more taxes? Do I have to have more responsibility? Am I going to show up more? Do I have to be more productive? Does that mean I have to be more accountable for myself? Do I have to now be more responsible? Do I have to now know my numbers more? A whole bunch of fears that might be associated with achieving your goal. Okay. Because everyone has a goal, that they want to earn a certain amount of money on Zazzle, or that you want to achieve a certain amount of status, provide for your family, have a consistent income. However, the reason why you're not there yet is because there's a lot of mindset blocks that are associated with it. Okay. And if you believe in this, it's a little bit out there. It's kind of like woo-woo. But if you were to say, okay, well, I want to earn $5,000 a month on Zazzle. However, I'm scared of the fact that means I need to be more responsible. I need to make more products. I need to learn more technology. I need to put in more hours. Those things are actually keeping you and holding you back from your success. And every single one of us has them. Okay. So this is where the beginning of this exercise is going to start, where you're going to take your piece of paper, and at the top of your paper, write on Dear Insert Higher Power. So in terms of, if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in spirit, if you just don't believe in anything, but you just want to say, Dear Universe, I deeply fear and resent. And then you're going to put your goal in there, which is earning $5,000 a month, making $100,000 a year on Zazzle, because I have fear that. And I know it sounds very contradictory, okay, because your goal is your goal. However, you deeply fear and resent your goal because you haven't achieved it yet. It's kind of a backwards exercise. So stay with me. If you have any questions, you can write them in the chat and Elke will answer. The second part is that you're going to now write down 20 fears as quickly as you can without thinking too much. Like I mentioned, work more hours, pay more taxes, have more responsibility, all of these things that might be on your mind that's associated with actually achieving your goal, okay? And then we're going to set a timer for 7 minutes. And it's a bit of an interesting exercise because we are live streaming onto YouTube. So if you want to share or if you don't want to share, I completely understand because we are online here. But write them down and keep them to yourself if you want to. Do this exercise though. I highly recommend that you do this while we're online with us because this energy and this vibe is going to help you be in that zone of writing down these fears and understanding that both Elke and I are here to hold that space for you. Okay. We're here to give you that comfortableness and that confidence that this is an okay exercise for you to do with us right now. All right. So write down 20 fears. Then the next part is at the bottom of the page. Say or write, dear insert higher power, God, universe, spirit, whatever you believe in. I pray only for knowledge of your will for me and the power to carry it out for me. And then you're going to insert your goal. Okay. It's an odd sentence. Like I mentioned, this is an interesting exercise because you have to kind of think and work your brain around it. But you're saying and praying to your higher power that you pray for knowledge and also the will for you to carry it out. Okay. So knowledge being the insights, the coaching, the mentorship, praying for those things that are going to come to you naturally and also by you seeking them out and also the power for you to carry it out. Okay. So giving you that boost of energy, that inspiration, that confidence, that clarity, and that proven plan. All right. For me to earn $5,000 a month, for example, on Zazzle. Okay. So then here on YouTube, like I mentioned, because we're not on live and I can't see your faces and we can't let you unmute, but you're going to read it out loud in front of a friend, partner, but somebody that you trust. Okay. And this is very important because some of our fears can also be connected to certain members of our family, can be connected to certain friends and or people around us. And so make sure that the person that you're reading this out to is somebody that you trust, okay? Because sometimes the fears can actually dive quite deep. Elke and I have done this exercise with some of our clients on a private Zoom call before, and people actually end up in tears because they're just so worried about certain things, and they're just feeling that safe space with me and Elke in that contained unit because they feel like they're comfortable opening up and sharing that. And then whoever you speak to, if you do it to yourself in the mirror, but with a friend, with a partner, the person should respond with only and just only, thank you for your honesty. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no, well, I didn't tell you that. There's no, arguments. There's no judgment. It's just thank you for your honesty. And then that's the end of the conversation. Because what we're doing is we're allowing these fears to be put out into the universe. And then what you're going to do is allow your higher power to allow you to overcome them. Okay. So then you're going to rip up your paper and then feel your fears disappear into the universe and your higher power allowing you to overcome them. Elke and I've been in a class where we did this fear inventory exercise, and I think even one lady lit hers on fire, and she ripped it up and put it in a bowl and then lit it on fire. It's a very alleviating exercise, relieving and just uplifting too, an empowering exercise because you are more important and more powerful than what your fears are. And most of the time, your fears are actually not real fears. They're just things that you think or perceive are fears that are actually holding you back. Okay. So the next homework that I want to then tell you is after this session, not right now, clearly, because we're still here online together, but after this live session, I want to recommend that you do this at least once a day for 5 days. And then notice any fears that drop off your list and any new fears that might come up, because it's a really interesting balancing exercise where a lot of your fears probably will disappear because after you've written them down on a piece of paper for a couple days, you're like, well, I'm not actually afraid of that. And why was I even thinking that? However, new fears might come up because this is a mindset exercise that actually allows you to dive deep into your soul, into your being, into your mind, and understand what really is holding you back, right? It's like peeling back an onion. There might be an external fear, but that fear really doesn't exist. But then there's something that's actually inside that's creating that fear internally, all right? And so, as I mentioned, this is a very, very powerful exercise. So I want you to be able to hold on to your emotions and also let them go at the same time. All right, so I'm going to go here once more again, and then just go through the steps really quickly. So insert higher power here. I deeply fear and resent your goal because I fear that. And then write down your 20 fears as quickly as you can. And then underneath say, insert higher power, dear insert higher power, I pray only for your knowledge of your will for me and the power to carry out for me. And then you're going to put your goal in there. Okay. And then the last part is to read it out loud, say it to a friend, and then they will respond with thank you for your honesty. All right. And then rip up your paper and then feel your fears disappear into the universe. All right. And so I'm going to, we're going to put on a timer. Sorry, I forgot my little sheet there. There was supposed to be a summarizing. So we're going to put on a little timer. I'm going to stop the screen share really quickly. And I'm going to put a timer on and then share the screen again because I want to make sure that everybody sees that. And
is everyone ready to do this? Do you have your piece of paper? Are you got your pen? You're ready to go? We suggest doing a goal that's an earnings goal based on your ability to get that earnings goal from Zazzle. So be specific, right? You don't just want to earn X number of dollars a month. You want to say, I want to earn X number of dollars on Zazzle, in my store, on Zazzle, something specific like that. Okay.
Okay. And then I know that we don't have the ability to play any music, but we will be here for the next 5 minutes while people do that. In the chat, right? Because we do see that there are lots of people on, right? Okay, I'm doing it, or I'm in the process, just so that we know that people are actively doing this exercise so that we can give you a couple minutes. And then after that, we will get into the second exercise, which is the triangle exercise. Okay, doing it. Awesome. Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, we have 1:30 local time here. We'll stop at 1:35. And I'll just turn off my camera really quickly. But we're still here. When we did this exercise, there were so many amazing aha moments, weren't there? Oh, can you hear me?
What did you say, Jen?
I said when you and I did this exercise, there were so many amazing aha moments, weren't there?
Well, the first aha moment was when I first did it, I didn't have 20. So some of you might be finding that right now. It's like, I'm fine. I don't have any fears. And that comes from being me, who is a highly functioning, it's like I may be like having issues in my life, but I solve them by highly functioning. And so, yeah, if that's your personality type, then you might actually be struggling to find enough fears at the moment. or you summarize the fears a lot more so that it's not just like little bits and pieces like Jen was mentioning, but it's like just, I won't make the money or something like that. And that to you means everything, but you have to dissect it. You have to break it up so that we get into the pieces and understand a little bit more about what's going on so that you get to that perception of like, I just won't make it. I know that. So that was kind of cool for me. What about you?
Well, for me, I had more than 20 fears. Most of them were revolving around just my confidence and my ability to, let's say, perform and keep myself accountable. I'm a very big introvert. It seems like I'm an extrovert, but I'm an introvert. And so a lot of my fears were for, making sure that I was performing and, being a good business owner and being a good coach and being a good, first of all, Zazzle, like the Zazzle designer as well. A lot of my fears too, whereas like if I'm able to compete, if I had the design skills, if I was able to produce enough, product out there to make my money that I wanted to earn. Also, a big fear of mine was that there's like consistent income coming in. It was like making sure that I was able to actually earn the money that I wanted to earn and not be fearful of that, because working as an online business owner or on Zazzle as a sole proprietor, as it's called in Canada, you are determining your own income. And so for a lot of people, that's scary to say that, you're responsible for making sure that certain income comes in every month, right?
Oh, sorry, Erin's saying hard to dig deep and listen to you at the same time. Yeah, we're just filling in the space because we're not sure how many people are doing it, but we'll stay quiet for a minute. Sorry about that, Erin.
Okay, we have a couple people say that they're done.
Yeah, it looks like several people are done. Yeah, and if you don't get to 20 this time, that's quite all right. It's just an average number. Some get to 30 really fast because they've been struggling with a lot. So the main thing is to do this consistently for a couple of days, and you'll come to the true fears, which we hope are not 20, right? We want to hope that you get to the point where maybe there's 4 or 5 that you can really address, and then the others you go like, you know what, I was carrying those around and it was such a weight on my shoulders, but in the meantime those are actually not fears that I'm that fearful about. It just, I had this idea that was going to be a problem, but it's not. And that's what brings us to our next exercise, which we're going to do. It's tandem. You really should do both together, but first, as Jen said, this is a little bit of different than what we do in our training calls, because in our training calls we actually let people read them out loud, which here, because it's like live, I think it would be like disrespectful and like privacy issues. to have you read them out, of course. But is there any, like, we just wanted to even find, your feedback on that before we move to the second exercise. So go ahead, Jen.
All right. Yeah. In the chat, if you're able to, right, like, did you find it hard, easy? If you feel like sharing that, we do have a couple people who have said that they're done. So that's awesome. So we have active members who are doing the exercise with us. Done, not 20, but some good ones. Awesome. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So if you want to share in the chat, did you find it hard or easy? As Elke mentioned, Tori, we filled in the blank space there. But if it's hard for you because you didn't have 20 fears, or if it was hard for you because it really dug deep and then there's some issues that you feel like you haven't really had the chance to think about for a while. So yeah, in the chat, say if it was hard or easy, and we will say thank you for your honesty. The next exercise is the triangle exercise, and this is an adaptation of a gentleman. His name is Mike Dooley. If you don't know who he is, he does, self-empowerment and helping you create good habits and inspirational, motivational speaker, etc. And so we've created a version of this triangle exercise that is originally from him, based on a Zazzle perspective. Okay, so this is what you're going to assess, what you can control and what the universe can control. And this is a really great exercise because, like Elke mentioned, the two of them should be done in tandem, like one beside the other, because the fear inventory is allowing you to open up your fears and say what you're fearful of. And most of those fears might be obstacles that you've kind of created for yourself because, you don't have enough time, or you don't know technology, or certain things. Every situation is different, right? So I'm just throwing out examples here to give you an idea on how to inspire you to apply it to yourself. But the triangle exercise will allow you now to take those fears and then implement them in this triangle to show you what you can take control of, and then what the universe, because the universe is a powerful being. If you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, if you don't believe, if you're an atheist, then that's fine. But understanding that there is some sort of energy out in this world that will allow you to take benefit of certain things, right? So, and imagine that you are capable of controlling just what your body controls: your mouth, your hands, your feet, how you move, the way you speak, the way you act. But then the universe controls pretty much everything else, right? The world is revolving around us. Other things are happening that we don't always have control of. So looking at it with a positive point of view, because now we've done the fear inventory where it might be you're fearful of things. How can you now take those fears and counteract those fears and take control and take action yourself, and also believe in the universe that it will also take action for you in a positive way. Okay, so using an entire sheet of paper, draw a large triangle, right, from the top to the bottom. It's just like what's it called? Oh my gosh, I haven't been in math class in forever. An equal triangle from top to bottom. And important that the triangle is large so that you can write as many words and phrases inside of it, okay? Because you want to divide it now in half. You're going to draw a line down the center of the triangle to split it into two halves. So I suggest you using the entire sheet of paper if you're able to. And then imagine that this triangle will ultimately contain all the action steps necessary for a single dream of yours to come true. All right, so write your Zazzle dream or your Zazzle goal at the top of your triangle. So pretty much the same goal, I would say, more or less, that you used in your fear inventory exercise. And then in the bottom of the left-hand corner, I'm going to show you a description or a picture in a minute, so you don't have to feverishly write things down. But in the bottom left-hand corner of the triangle, write your name. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, write the universe or God or whatever you believe in, but I say the universe because the universe is just the world in general, the outside being of myself. And then on your side of the triangle, write down anything and everything that you can do to further your advancement towards the realization of your dream. All right. So anything that is in your power, that's why I said you can use your mouth, your hands, your feet, your body, anything that you're able to do physically, because that's what you're capable of, right? And include physically, logically, spiritually to achieve the goal at the top of the triangle, all right? Top going all the way down to the bottom. You're going to use that entire left-hand space. And then on the right-hand space for the universe or God or spirit, whoever you believe in, whatever you pray for, On the universe side of the triangle, think of the possible magic. Magic being not like, woo-woo magic, but just like miracles, things that serendipities, things that can happen as a happy accident that you might experience, all of which would also help you advance towards the realization of your dream. Okay, this is what the universe can do for you, right? You have no clue who you're going to meet, what the universe can provide to you, what will happen, and just have everything be positive, okay? Because we don't want it to be a negative space. This is now the positive space of everything that you can do positively and everything that the universe can do positively to help you achieve your Zazzle dream goal. So like I mentioned at the top of the paper, write your dream goal here, paper, pen, create your triangle, an equal triangle. And then of course it's, interesting because the triangle where it's getting bigger, I think it was actually designed because of the shape of it too. But here we're just going to use both halves equally to create a list, bullet points, drawings, whatever. We've had some people do some really cool, amazing things in this space to say what they can do and what the universe will do. And then we're going to set a timer now for 7 minutes again, or 6 minutes like we did the last time. And you're going to write everything down. And this is now explained side by side, if in case you need it. And we're going to just be quiet now and let you create your own bullet points or your list doing the exercise. But on your side, anything and everything that you can do, universe side, write down the miracles, serendipities, happy accidents that you might experience that will help you achieve your dream goal. Okay. And so it's quarter two. And then so we'll go for another 5 minutes until 50. It's local time 1:45 here. So we'll go until 1:50 here. And we'll let you do the exercise.
How's everyone doing? I think we can probably move on. Now, it's wonderful that people are in the chat supporting each other because they have similar fears. The really interesting part about that exercise with the fear inventory is to literally just let "thank you for your honesty" sit there. I know it's like even Jen and I are like, okay, we can help solve these problems for these people. They don't have to have this fear. But the most important thing is that the reason you're giving sympathy to others is actually because you want that sympathy, right? And also you're trying to relate and you're trying to make it relatable so that you can also justify your fear. And that's the weirdest thing because you go like, now Elka's being mean. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, think about why you're doing that, right? You're now realizing there's a shared experience there, and it's been a rough patch for you for sure. And with regards to the fears that you've had in the situation that you have that fear around, but you can also look at it in a different way. And the most important thing first is just to keep digging deeper as to why, like do the fear inventory a couple of days in a row, and don't just worry about getting, like in this case, Zazzle cancels you, or like because you've had this bad experience with Etsy. Zazzle isn't Etsy, right? And so at one point your fear is going to dissipate because Zazzle's different than Etsy. However, the fear is still a very practical fear, for example. And so you yourself have to come to that conclusion that the fear that you're looking at, what is it that's truly a fear? It's not that Zazzle would close or that they would ban you because you've done something wrong, because if you've done something wrong, then in the Etsy, and that's why they banned you, then you're not going to repeat that because you learned your lesson, right? Either that, or the fear is that you're not going to remember that and you're not going to learn your lesson. So then that's the fear. It's not that Zazzle's doing something to you. It's that, as Jen said with the triangle exercise, you can start to get closer to what the real fear is. It's that you maybe don't have as much control as you thought, or you realize you do have more control, and your situation each will be different, but you can't sit in the fear of that, the pointing of the finger one way, the 3-point back. So you're looking externally, but look internally. So we don't usually give this much guidance with it because by sitting with it, just saying thank you for your honesty, it just says it's your truth right now. And then your brain's going to start working on, but is it really a truth? And that it's going to do its own dialogue, and it's going to be so much so interesting. That's why we love doing it in the coaching program, because we get to hear back from people after a couple of days or the next time we do our coaching calls. And it's a miracle. Because you know how to solve your own problems. You just need a coach like we do in the Profit by Design Academy to guide you through in a safe space, right? And even though these lovely people are all going back and forth, going like, yeah, I get you, I feel you, all those things are such lovely comments, but they're not helping each person grow. They're helping that person stay in that fear. So that let the process happen and allow yourself that space where it's really uncomfortable, but you start to think about it, you're on your own. What am I contributing? How is this something I'm causing? And yes, you'll be really upset because like you don't think you might have caused that, thing that you're fearful of now because it happened to you. Something did that to me. But if you switch it around and you realize I did have a handle in that. There's never only one person that's part of the cause. It's two, right? Two, or like a thing or a person is part of the cause. And that's the like, if you're like, let's say you get into an accident, let's move it away from like get into an accident. How can you avoid that? That's not something that you would intentionally get yourself into, but it's a fear you have every day that you won't get into an accident. And then when you do, you go like, oh, but what if you think of it incredibly logically, you can also say, well, maybe I shouldn't have gone out in that snowstorm, etc. Right? So it's not the tires were bad. I didn't get the right tires. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you dissect it, dissect what it is that's at the root of the big fear, and then you're going to really win because you're going to grow personally, and I'm going to be so excited for you, because then you're not just stuck at this level, you're actually just going to get to the root of it. And you're going to find you're strong enough to actually face it head on and or overcome it, both, like more than likely overcome it at some point. But you have the chops, you have what it takes, because you're all good people, and you're just stuck in situations where you got traumatized, you got like really shocked, and that's your fear now, that you don't want to be that way again, and you don't want to experience that again. So it's like I really, it's so important that you do this work, and I'm really excited for you.
Okay.
What's next? And we're almost at the top of the hour. So do we have a feel, yeah, what do you feel like you have more control? Yes. I was waiting for some people to comment. That's why I started talking, but no one has.
Problem. Well, people have been chatting in the writing down that they've done the exercise and everything. So do you feel more confident and more that you have control? Okay. So yes, do you feel more confident that it's possible for you to succeed in your Zazzle business? And then in here you can say yes. I know that there have been some fears, but to be honest, like, we're here to support you. And like Elke mentioned, there's some things that have been associated with other different platforms. And Elke and I have been on the Zazzle platform since 2008. For real, right? We found it in 2007, and it's been around since 2005. And both Elke and I, it's 2024 now, and we have our original stores, and they're still making us money. And so if you have other fears from other places, it's not, there's no comparison, because there's two different entities, right, that are happening here. Okay. So in the chat, right, are you confident? Do you feel that it's possible for you to succeed in your Zazzle business? This is all about mindset. Okay. So it has nothing to do with sales. It has nothing to do with, how much money you're going to make for real. This is your confidence about that it is possible for you to become a Zazzle business owner, because the first step is taking the leap and saying, I am worthy. I am capable, I'm able, and as long as I have the right plan and also the right guidance, I am able to commit to this. And that's why we're here today on this presentation. Okay. All right.
And I just want to add one more thing. Like Anna says, I often have internal pep talk to tell myself with positive energy that today I will make a sale. And I like that. That's really good, because you're calling in the universe, so to speak. But also, as Jen said, you have the ability. So you have the ability to at one point go like, there's maybe not something I'm doing that I could do differently, despite like just sort of calling in the universe. And so you also have the ability to take action and to get some other way to do it. If you realize, okay, well, is this truly going to get me what I need, besides just us like hoping, which we all love. Like, we even teach that you should definitely design and post products only when you're in a good mood, and that you send good energy with that product. It really makes a difference, because first of all, you're just going to be able to know better as to how to serve that client. But you also have the ability to say, hey, this isn't working, I can change direction. And that's the sign of a really good leader, because leaders are, and it's not that you have to fail to be a good leader, but you have to know when to pivot in case it didn't work, right? And then if it didn't work, it's not that it's your fault, it's just you made a wrong decision. That's it. It's not like you're not a good business leader. It just means that whatever decision you made didn't work. And so switching the mindsets like that little flip, that's why we do the triangle exercise, because like you can make a different business decision that can change this time and won't give you the same outcome that you're fearing from the first time. And so think about that. Make sure that you really understand that you've got the chops. You just need the coaching. You got to have someone to walk it through with you, talk about it, assess it, get a plan that might work. Because if you just start on your own, just as what Jen said, Anna, you may be an incredible designer, but maybe not so great at business, or you might be really good at business, but not a great designer. And both of those have to be working at the same time in order for you to succeed on Zazzle. And so if one is missing and you go, well, I'll just hope for that, because that'll make up for it, then you're creating a fear already, because you're going like, I hope I sell, which means you're fearing it, that you won't. And so therefore you're not acting as a business leader where you can say, I'm going to give this a shot for 2 weeks. If it doesn't work, I'm going to figure something else out, right? There's a complete flip. And when you do those flips, then it's not an emotion anymore. It's just a task, and it's not personal. It's just, that's what happened. And I love that switch, because that really helped me go from $90 in my first year on Zazzle to realizing I just have to figure this out, because I'm going to make this work. I know I can do this. I've been successful at other things. I'm just going to figure it out. And then that flip just allowed me to switch. So I was making 6 figures for years on Zazzle. As soon as I did the flip and did the actions I needed to, all of a sudden I was doing so much better. And I was still doing like, the motivational stuff, etc. But, you have to bring it to that level of understanding and perspective in order for you to actually give yourself the best chance you can. Because even Brandon, our very top earner, who's made over $720,000 a year, for 5 years, he figured he had enough business knowledge that he could figure it out. He never made more than $500 a year. And then as soon as he started working with us, it took him 2 years, and then he was in the $100,000 range per year in earnings. So there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely, you don't know what you don't know. But we love to say as well in terms of the possibilities. So believing in your Zazzle success is the key. And we've got some really great comments that people have been putting in here. And now you need to get a proven plan to get there fast, right? Because the mindset work is one thing, and that's where we come into the actual numbers, like Elke mentioned, in terms of having a plan and working with a coach, or understanding how to implement certain strategic actions into your Zazzle store. Elke and I didn't have a proven plan when we first started out on Zazzle. We had a lot of, confidence in ourselves at the beginning that this is going to work. We're going to make it work. This is something that we need to make work, because Elke quit her job and needed to help provide for the family. And unfortunately, $90 as a check in the first year, that's really defeating. And the reason why that happened was because her and I, we just didn't know what we were doing, right? And that's where Elke came up with the proven plan that we have, which is the 5 strategies which we teach. And coming from a corporate background, and also a very, very smart, my mother is a very smart lady. She has a PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology. And so she knew that she needed to make something work, right? She's done a lot of experiments in her past life in the scientific field. And so understanding how to experiment with Zazzle and seeing what worked and what didn't, which is how she arrived at the 5 strategies, and is why our top earners are earning the amount of money that they're earning right now. Like Elke just said, Brandon, he's a very smart man himself. He has a corporate job as well, very high-end corporate job, but he was only making $500 a year and didn't understand the Zazzle platform. And Christine, she's one of our other top earners. She was struggling for 2 years on Zazzle and had no design experience and didn't know how to work the Zazzle platform. Wendy, she was really afraid of technology and had no idea how to utilize the Zazzle platform, how to create her own website, how to do Pinterest. And Sandra here, she had never really owned her own business, and she had a lot of confidence issues in terms of figuring out if she was doing the right thing or not. And these are some of our top earners. And if they had not come into our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, they would not be at the level of earnings that they are now. Each and every single one of them are still on Zazzle and still making money consistently on a daily basis. And so you can see the totals here in terms of how long we have worked with them in our coaching program. Like I mentioned, we're coming up on our eighth year now of coaching, and Brandon's been with us since the beginning. But Sandra, 2.5 million in 4 years. Wendy, 5 million in 7 years. Christine, 6.7 million in 7 years. Brandon, 7 million in 7 years. These are all their sales numbers. So if you divide that by 10, so 10%, Brandon has made over $720,000 in 7 years. Obviously, that didn't happen overnight, But that happened gradually because he decided to take the leap of faith and come into our coaching program and get help, because he knew that it was a proper investment for his business. Because a lot of people, when they first start on Zazzle as Zazzle designers, don't really have the idea of needing a Zazzle coach at the beginning, right? You start out on Zazzle and you just try to make it work on your own. And if everyone who came into our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, most of them, 90% of them, because they are succeeding and they implement the 5 strategies properly, they wish that they had found us sooner. And they said, oh my goodness, I wish I had the idea to actually invest in my business at the beginning and treat it as a business like you would as if any other business, right? Buying equipment, getting coaching, mentorship, investing in the future success of your Zazzle career. And this is what each and every single one of those people did. And they have not looked back twice. They're still consistently coaching with us. Each one of these people is one of our clients still. We still keep in contact with them. And they are up-leveling their type of coaching with us in masterminds and one-on-one coaching because they see the value of it. All right. So these 4 clients and more, we don't have the time to showcase every single one of our clients that has success, but these 4 clients agreed to share their Zazzle earnings journey with you in order to inspire you to take the leap of faith and tell you that it's possible with the right support. Okay. If they had not come into our coaching program, they would not be where they are today in terms of how much money they've made on Zazzle. And they all started out, whether or not the same situation as you, beginning, middle, end, had experience, didn't have experience, they all started out from the beginning on Zazzle struggling. That's the big key word here. They were struggling to figure it out, struggling to find guidance, find a proven plan, struggling to earn consistent income. And now they are extremely and externally grateful for us, extremely grateful. I want to say internally grateful. I don't know why. Extremely grateful for us because they have now made the money that they have made on Zazzle because of our teaching. So here is the point in our presentation. We have gone a little bit over an hour, but I did mention that we're going to be doing a bit of Q&A and then also talking to you about some ways that you can work with us in the future. This is the point where we're going to ask you, would you like us to hold your hand? Holding your hand being literally showing you step by step, because in our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, we start from scratch, start from zero. Even if you're an advanced designer, it's still very beneficial from you. But if you're a beginner, we tell you from the beginning, because from the beginning is the most important part to start out properly, because so many of our clients have come into our program being years on Zazzle and realized that they did everything wrong from the beginning. Wrong being that they, didn't have the right plan, that they made themselves, a spider web of things that they needed to clean up. And so step by step, we will show you how you can reach your Zazzle earnings goal if you would like to join into our community. Because you might think that you know how everything is supposed to be implemented, and you might think that you're doing it properly, right? You might be online with us right here and say, okay, well, I've got it covered. After today and yesterday's session, I kind of am on the right track. But if you're not earning what you want to earn, then there's still more work to do. Okay. Elke and I, we are always so amazed by our clients, and we love to share their wins and their successes, but they did not get to where they are today because they just waved a magic wand or snapped their fingers. It's because they had work to do and they had to implement certain things, and we taught them how to do that. You might also think that you've reached your top earnings level on Zazzle. And this is an interesting concept because it can be taken 2 ways, right? If you are already an advanced designer and you're earning, like, let's say a couple $1,000s a month, and you're like, I'm happy where I'm at, I'm earning quite a bit of money and I don't need help because that's the end all and be all for me. Well, Brandon and some of our other clients like Christine, Sandra, Wendy, Brandon, many of those people are earning upwards between $10,000 to $20,000 a month. That's profit in their pockets. Okay, so if you're a high-level designer and you're earning a couple $100s to a couple $1,000s, there's still more to earn potentially. And also, if you've been on Zazzle for a really long time, let's say you had a history of being on Zazzle and consistently you only make a couple $100s a month, which is true for many of our clients who, before they came into our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, they're like, well, my track record and my reputation is making $100 a month, so I can't make any more. Well, unfortunately, that's a bad mindset because there's so much more to earn out there. It's just that you're not utilizing your skills properly and utilizing the Zazzle platform properly. All right. You might feel overwhelmed because you want to start your Zazzle store and turn it into a thriving business, but it seems out of reach with no clear path and a way to get there on your own. So even talking to the people here in this live session where maybe you've been on another platform, Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, and you have had struggles on another platform, and maybe you knew that platform and had a plan for that platform, but now you want to come to Zazzle and you don't know what you're doing because it's a completely different entity, it's a different platform, a different way of working, then there is a way for you. And Elke and I have that, right? We understand the Zazzle platform. We live, breathe, and bleed Zazzle pretty much. We talk about Zazzle every single day. There hasn't been a day since 2007, I think, that we haven't said the word Zazzle. And so you have to understand that if you feel overwhelmed, it's because you're alone and you don't have mentorship, you don't have guidance, you don't have a support, you don't have a community that can help you get there. All right. And you might feel stuck. Okay. So your Zazzle store is not generating you enough money, but you're working overtime. And we consider that a hobby. A hobby being not because you're doing it for fun and you just want to, have fun playing on Zazzle. It's because a hobby is considered something that you're doing for no, financial gain. Okay. And so if you're working overtime and you're not seeing the results, then unfortunately it is a hobby because you're not treating it as a business. And so you want to have a proven business plan to follow, and we have that for you. All right. And you still might be wanting to succeed, but you also might be thinking to yourself these things. And I just want to throw them out there because they are all false, especially if you're on the fence and you're like, okay, well, this sounds really, really great. However, right, this is why we did the fear inventory today. All of these are fears and they're all false. The market's too saturated. I can't compete. I can't be creative. I have to be creative. Sorry. I don't know what to sell. My designs won't be good enough to make sales. I will always just be wasting my time. And I can only sell if I choose a specific niche, for example, weddings. All of those are false statements and not real fears. Those are just obstacles and your own perspective that you're putting into place that actually manifests your actions, right? You won't compete in the marketplace because it's too saturated. So you won't make your products. So unfortunately, you are self-sabotaging because your own negative mindset is affecting your actions. All right. But I know that you're on a mission because you're here with me today and Elke, and you've been with me for the last hour doing these exercises. You have been chatting with Elke in the chat. You've been chatting with everybody, having positive energy being thrown out there, doing the exercises and feeling good about them because you're on a mission to do something big, right? Whether that be a big thing with your business so that you can go and travel the world or have more free time or create the flexibility and the lifestyle that you dream of, right? Stay at home with your kids, maybe go on a vacation every single year now, or have time to just, spend time with family and friends. Whatever your dream life looks like, that's your mission. And I believe in that, and Elke believes in that, and we fully support that, right? But the last part of you're on a mission is that you need to find a proven Zazzle business plan to help that mission happen. Because if you just dream big, like I want to win $1 million, or I want a big house, but you have no plan to get there, then unfortunately it's never going to happen unless you take the right action steps. So today I'm going to give you two options. And if you were here with us yesterday, you know what these are. It's do it on your own, which is perfectly fine, right? We never want to pressure anybody into coming into our community if it's not the right fit, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the money, if you can't commit to it, or if you just want to do it on your own. It's very perfectly a viable option. However, the second option is that we can do it together. Myself, Elke, our whole team, we have a team Clarke that supports you, and also our community that we've created with fellow Profit by Design Academy coaching clients will help support you along your way and on your journey towards your Zazzle success. Okay. And so we can do it together, right? And it's easier together. It's more fun together. It's more inspiring together. And you also alleviate the stress of feeling alone and doing it by yourself. All right. Because that's where overwhelm comes in, and frustration and nervousness and anxiety and all of those negative things that we don't like to talk about, but they happen because when you're alone, you can't figure it out. especially if you are struggling and you don't have guidance, right? And you don't understand. You have to learn, and you have to have experience to actually implement certain things. So that brings us to our Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. It's not Black Friday yet, but it is that time of year, and you've probably seen those deals happening all around the internet and on TV and everything, because American Thanksgiving is coming up soon, and so is Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we are going to offer you some amazing deals in this session today. And just to recap before we dive into those deals, we want you to be part of our Zazzle Success Movement, okay? Nobody else in the world online as a Zazzle coach has these stats that Elke and I do in terms of our clients and our success rate and the earnings that our clients have earned over the past years that we've been teaching and Zazzle coaches, okay? Like Elke mentioned, there's other Zazzle, little things here and there, little YouTube videos, tips and tricks. However, nobody has the stats like we do in terms of our success and also our client success. All right. So $165 million in Zazzle sales so far by our clients combined because of our teachings and them implementing the 5 strategies. We have had $93 million worth of that just in 2024. So in the last 12 months, like I mentioned, our clients have sold over $93 million. And 2024 hasn't even ended yet. So just imagine we have a month and 2 weeks left. And so imagine that number is going to probably be even higher. We have 110 people who are part of silver and 47 people who are part of gold, 17 who are platinum, and 8 who are diamond. Remember that sheet or that breakdown graph that I showed you at the beginning of this presentation with all the different levels and how much they have earned? So diamond is the highest level and then much more money after that. So these are our success stories where they have reached a significant amount of money, and these are the designations that Zazzle gives them. All right. And so the first deal that I have to offer you for our Black Friday sales, and just bear with me for a second because I want you to listen to all of them before you fully commit, because you have to understand where you're at in your Zazzle journey and which one works for you. This is our print-on-demand starter kit, which is the building the foundation to start on Zazzle. And when we speak about the 5 strategies, the 5 strategies are our 5 strategies that we teach in our Profit by Design Academy coaching program. The print-on-demand starter kit is for anyone who wants to learn the first strategy and get started and have the building the foundations, okay? So it's only the first strategy. We created this course for people who maybe couldn't commit to the time or the duration of the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, or who just wanted to get their feet wet and start with the first strategy. This is something for people who want to be part of a self-study course, so you do it on your own. There is one monthly coach group call where we answer questions. However, it's not a coaching program. So this is for anyone who, in terms of finances and also time commitment, and also wants to commit to only learning the first strategy. Plus, if you take this course just to try out and you purchase it at $497 because it is 50% off for our Black Friday sale, you can actually use that as a credit, so $500 almost, to go towards the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. So you would actually get the print-on-demand starter kit technically for free if you decided to up level. That being said, I want to make sure that you know that in terms of getting everything that's an all-encompassing and diving right into the 5 strategies, we invite you to go into the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, because you get all of the 5 strategies included, plus the coaching program aspect of it, okay? So in the chat, if you have any questions about which one might be best for you, then you can write that down and then Elke will answer your questions. But the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, we recommend to everyone if you're able to join, because it is the all-inclusive, all-encompassing 5 strategies, and it is to help accelerate your business growth with the proven roadmap, with the 5 strategies, step-by-step training from the beginning, and hands-on coaching and support. We have a community, and we have like a live community with our team members in there. And also we have a weekly coaching call to help you with your proven plan, okay? And this is to help achieve your first $5,000 a month in profit. We can't make any income claims, but the proven plan is to get you there. It's the plan to make your way towards that goal, okay? And so today in our Black Friday sales, we're really excited to offer you this amazing deal. It is $2,200 off in total. It is a one-time payment of $487. and then 11 payments, because it's a 12-month payment plan, 11 payments of $287. So after your first payment, you're saving $200 per month. All right, it's an amazing deal. You get the entire Profit by Design Academy coaching program, all the recorded materials, access to our community, access to the live weekly calls, which are on Wednesdays. We just had one yesterday. If you join today and lock in the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, you can actually watch the replay from yesterday, because we record the replays and you can watch them. And so you can dive right into everything right before the weekend and get access to all of the recorded materials and start your Profit by Design Academy coaching program journey. Okay. And I just do want to say that we are closing doors on December 13th. All of these deals for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals go until December 13th. We're telling you about them now because it's timely matter, right? You don't want to waste time. A lot of people decide to wait up all the way up until the deadline, like 12 o'clock in the morning on the last date just to sign up. I don't recommend that, because as soon as you get access to the Profit by Design Academy coaching program and enroll, you get full access to all the recorded material, and you can dive right in and take advantage of the fact that you have instant access to it all. Okay. And so the next one here is the 7-figure Seller Mastermind. You are saving $10,000. This is for anyone who wants to scale to $1 million. For scale from $1 million in lifetime sales to $1 million a year. Okay, so imagine that you want to earn $100,000 a year on Zazzle, like Brandon, like Christine, like Wendy, all of those people who have now up leveled to that point in time in their Zazzle career. It's because they first off started out with the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. Okay. And then they were able to up level and saw the value of our coaching, and they are actually now in our masterminds. And so if anyone here on live with us is at that level where you want to invest in your business and want to reach $100,000 a year in earnings, on Zazzle, then this is for you. I can never make any income claims, but I can tell you from the proof from our clients who have taken a mastermind is that it is very successful for them. Okay. And they see the results. And so you're saving $10,000. Originally it's $30,000, and now you get it for $20,000 for the entire year. And this also includes an in-person retreat. Okay. Which is exciting. All right. If you have any questions, I also just wanted to mention this is the doors for the Profit by Design Academy coaching program once again are closing, and then they're not going to be reopening until next year. And also $2,200 off is a lot of money. So think about the savings. I understand Christmas is coming up, presents and gifts and a lot of expenses, but this is an amazing opportunity for you to save. One-time payment first of $487, and then the next 11 payments are at $287 a month, and it's a 12-month contract. Okay, you have to lock into the 12 months because it's a 12-month program. And then the 7-figure Seller Mastermind is $10,000 off. Okay, so click the link in either the chat if Elke has put it there. Go to elkeclarke.com/promo if you're watching this as a replay or later on, or even here live, elkeclarke.com/promo. You'll be able to see all of those deals that I just mentioned in this presentation and get access to them right away. We had a couple people who actually joined the Profit by Design Academy coaching program yesterday after doing our presentation. So I wanted to say welcome to those people. Thank you so much for trusting us and coming into our community. We're extremely excited. Our community is growing, and we just can't wait to have more people part of our movement where we are increasing the Zazzle sales. We are helping designers who are small business owners all around the world change their lives, stay at home, quit their 9-to-5 jobs, retire early, create investments for themselves, and also just get themselves out of their financial situation that they are in right now and completely move on to a bigger and better lifestyle that they never thought was possible because we have helped them in our coaching. And that starts out with the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. All right. Okay.
Questions? Oops. Yeah. So I did promise that we would discuss some questions if there were any. Thank you so much for staying. Some people might have gone because we were going over, but we're more than happy to speak now about some concerns you might have or issues that might help you overcome your fears and make yourself feel like it's possible for you. I mean, when Jen and I made $90 in our first year, we each somehow, like I made 90, Jen made 89. We didn't even get a payout. We worked like crazy that first year. It's like, we've got this and we're manifesting, and it's like something's not right. We don't have the package. But we never gave up on ourselves. So, but we also just didn't say, okay, we'll just do 2 more years of this and see what happens. And I think that's where you forget that if you are investing in yourself, you are the asset that you're building throughout your life. It's not a matter of you paying a certain amount of money right now. I mean, we never want you to pay for money that you don't have, or pay for something that you don't have the money for, but because you'll be stressed and you won't actually work the way you need to work to build your new life. Instead, you'll just be scrambling because you're trying to make this back. But most of the people who do the course do make their money back. So that's that. We don't have a refund policy for that reason alone, because we don't want sort of just the tire kickers. We want to make sure that if you invest, you're committed, because we're committed. Every week we're with you. We get to know who you are. We get to know who you're like, what your family's like, what your goals are. And so there's a lot of investment from our end to think about your store, to give you the best strategies, to help you sort of overcome anything where we see an issue, like the ladies that were on. There's several Annas, so I have to make sure I get the right Anna Hellstrom. And then also maybe bed something is gone, but bed design or B design. Both of you struggled with something that happened to you on Etsy. Yeah, so we can understand that fear. We can understand how the rug can get pulled out from underneath you. So then we will be able to work with you in that regard and help you not just do well on the Zazzle platform, but make sure that you have those extra strategies in place so that you will avoid having that happen again. And depending on your personality and what your fear is, and how you will feel safe, we will help you figure that out to give you those strategies and put those in place so that, because we can't guarantee Zazzle will be around. We can say it hasn't gone yet, but we don't have a crystal ball either. But on the other hand, it's really cool that Zazzle in this online space is one of the ones that's always still around and always getting better. And more people are profiting. You saw our results, 93 million in sales in 1 year, which is incredible. If you go look up, I actually looked up the stats, and I think that we're contributing quite a significant amount of money from our clients to the sales on the platform. And this is $1 trillion industry that isn't going to go away. And Etsy and Shopify aren't the only places where you can do print on demand. You're giving people the ability to manufacture, and all you're doing is being the middleman by showing them, here's a really great design that you can use. And we always tell our clients, it's go forth and print money, because if they have the right tools, they're pretty much able to access the market, research the market, figure out what they need to do to serve the customer, and decide that they're going to target this customer and they're going to make sales. It's exciting. It's wonderful. And I think once you get past your fears, you're going to realize that you're more capable than you really truly think you are. It's just that you don't know what you don't know. And when you get taught that you need to know for the Zazzle marketplace, which is what Jen and I do in the course portion of the PDA. We have a full-on course with 5 modules and lots of beautiful not wedding videos that are teaching you everything from wedding invitation design to how to design on pillows and home decor and cell phone cases. We've got it so well covered. Plus, we give you all the strategies, which it's not just a matter of putting some stuff out there. It's a matter of deciding when you should put something out there. How often do you have to work so that you can have a life, not just be on your computer constantly posting products until you hopefully get a sale? That's not how we teach. We're very concerned that you are going to succeed as fast as possible. And everything we do in the coaching and in the actual modules of training is all with that purpose in mind. We love our students. We do not ever want them to feel like they're having a bad day, or that they're just getting like a bunch of stuff that they don't know, what to do with because they finally signed up. No, we are completely invested in you, and we expect you to succeed. And I think that's the difference between our program, and it doesn't even matter. Like we're very much a singularity in our field. We are the Zazzle designers who turn coaches and who have now turned into incredibly successful coaches because of our client success. And there is just, if you want to do Zazzle, we're the guys, we're the girls. And we hope that at some point you will see that you have that ability to get the training and then believe in yourself, because we believe in you, that because you're determined. You're on here for an hour and a half with us. You're determined. You just haven't figured out how yet, but we're just handing it to you on a platter. All you have to do is say yes.
Okay. Are there any more questions? Been with Elke. Well, there's Steve. Been with Elke since 2018. I went where I am today. Silver Seller with their help. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you, Steve.
Nice to see you again, sort of.
Steve's still part of our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, but he's not always able to join the live calls, so we just kind of get this, it pops up here and there. Awesome. Okay, Davika, big fan of both of you. Thank you for being you and inspiring me to take this leap of faith in my life. Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah, and I guess maybe the two Annas and the other lady dropped off, but if you want to comment afterwards on the video, and we can certainly answer and address any of your comments, but I think we've kept people on long enough. But thank you so much for being here. We'd love to hear you come back here to comment and say what happened after 7 days of doing the fear inventory and the triangle exercise. And we'd love to see your progress, because it will work if you put the time and effort in and you are really honest with yourself. You're going to grow in this journey that you just started today.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Have a wonderful day. And like I mentioned, if you want to go to elkeclarke.com/promo, see all of the deals, take advantage of them. If you have any questions, because maybe you don't feel comfortable asking on YouTube here, you can always email us at info@elkeclarke.com, and we can help you figure out where you might fit properly in terms of which course or which program you should be taking advantage of based on your situation. And we just love creating these relationships, just like with Steve. He's been with us since 2018. That's that's 4 years. Yeah, 2, 3, now 4, 6, 8, 6, 7 years almost now. and so we create relationships with our clients, which is really wonderful. And so it's a community that we keep growing. Yeah, 6, I can't do math. We keep growing. And oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, it's just a proof that no matter what your issues are, you can still be successful. I have dyslexia, or numbers dyslexia. I don't know if anyone else has that, but if someone says 218 and now it's 2024, I have the worst time with that. 1990 to now is even worse. It's oh my God, how does that work? But yet again, there we are. We've made lots of money on the Zazzle platform. So, yeah.
Okay, have a wonderful day, everyone. We're wrapping up our session. So if you, now that we've been the 2 days together, like I mentioned, go to elkeclarke.com/promo. If you have any questions, you can email us at info@elkeclarke.com, and we will get back to you. And we can't wait to see you in our Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And thank you to everyone who joined yesterday and hopefully joins today. We will see you in our community.